Hey, good morning. Good morning. This is Pastor Dave of Trinity, and I hope you're all doing well today and enjoying this beautiful day that we have outside. Sunday, I spoke for just a little bit on a message called Bridge Building Principles. You know, if there's something we need to be doing in our culture and society, it's building bridges. We sure are building a lot of walls. We've got a lot of valleys that we're digging deep, ditches we're digging deep in each other's lives. We're always dividing. We're always fighting. We're always quarreling. And I understand we all have strong opinions. But the Bible is very clear about the fact that we need to build bridges to reach people. You don't reach people by stomping and hollering and screaming and shouting and carrying on. You reach people by building bridges. And Sunday, I spoke on that, and I listed a number of principles about building bridges. And so for the next several days, maybe a couple of weeks, I'm going to be taking this time, our devotional time, and I'm going to be talking about those principles of building bridges. The first principle of building bridge, the one I want to touch on today, is number one, we need to learn to seek other people's welfare and interest, not our own. We need to be concerned about the other guy. It seems like no matter what we do in our culture and world, that we're trying to spin it for us, to make us look good, to make us look big, to drive our point home. And let me tell you something, that doesn't build a bridge. The Bible says in Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4, it says, "Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourself." That means everybody, I make them more important than me. That means I care enough about them to reach out to them and make them more important than I am. He goes on and says, "Let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others." Now, as I was studying, preparing for last Sunday, I pulled out my paraphrase edition called The Message, and listen to how it states those two verses. I love it. It says, "Don't push your way to the front. Don't sweet talk your way to the top. Put yourself aside and help others get ahead. Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourself long enough to lend a helping hand." If we're going to build bridges, we got to do that. We've got to learn to put others first. I like that little poem I learned years ago. "Lord, help me live from day to day in such a self-forgetful way that even when I kneel to pray, my prayer would be for others. Others, Lord, yes, others, let this my motto be. Help me to live for others that I may be like thee. Help me in everything I do that I might be sincere and true and know that all I do for you, I do because of others." The very first principle, the very first thing we should do if we're going to build bridges, if we're going to reach out and reach other people and care about them, and whether they're believers or unbelievers, our job is to reach out to them. Well, how are we going to help them become a believer if we don't build a bridge there? And we need to do that. And we've got to be genuine about our love and our care for people. And I hope that we'll begin to do that. I want to encourage you. Every day, I'm going to pop in. It'll probably be live like this. We're changing things up a little bit. But and it'll go, obviously, recorded to our page on Facebook. But I want to talk about how we can build bridges with other people. We are so good at dividing. We're so good at taking our principles and driving them so hard that we divide. And I'm not saying we shouldn't be principle driven. We need to be. However, we also need to learn how to reach out to other people and build a bridge to them in the right way. God bless you. I hope you'll have a great day. And as always is the case, if I can do anything to be of help, do not hesitate to let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.